We are live. Hello, it's day 3. Welcome. Six Flags Magic Mountain. Welcome back. Okay. Welcome. Welcome. Day 3. We are up and we're early, and I'm the only one typing, per usual. Okay, well, let's see. I'm not sure if there's anyone actually here, or you guys are all just figments of my imagination. You know? Thinking around. Okay, well, we're just going to start, I guess. It looks like we have 2 viewers, quite a few people in the chat, which leads me to believe these are bots. But yeah, without further ado, I guess we'll just start and hope people trickle in. Question, oh God, I still haven't been able to figure out how to do questions. But is this too early for a lot of you? We are 3 a.m. Pacific, 6 a.m. Eastern. And even my friends have said that this is way too early for a lot of you, but which I totally get. Um, okay. Maybe we'll just wait for people to trickle in and then we can start. We have a full agenda today. Maybe I can just do an intro to all the things that we're going to talk about. That might be a good idea. Oh my gosh, hold on. 1 second. Okay, so we are down to. Uh, okay. It's not easy. I'll tell you, it's not easy. Okay, I guess one of the first things that we'll do is we'll do the candle ceremony. Nice and peaceful, first thing in the morning. I don't know who I'm doing this for, probably just me, because. Oh, hi, good morning. I am great. Are you just like on your, are you just like on your way to work or you're just like getting ready for work? Because you are like consistently up at 6 a.m. in the morning. Do you work night shift and you're getting, I feel like if you work night shift, you'd just be like sleeping. You wouldn't be here. But thank you for joining us again, Tiger. We are just about to start the candle lighting ceremony. I'm gonna need to purchase new candles if I'm gonna do this for 3 hours a day. Oh my gosh. I'm a little tired, not gonna lie. The I feel like my voice feels a little tired and just finding content for you guys for 3 hours is really exhausting. I didn't realize how much work it was gonna be. And then I have a full-time job, so it's like it's a lot. Here we go. But it's better than being bored. So, okay. And we're off. Oh no, I don't know how long that's gonna stay lit for. Okay. Oh my God, 5 a.m. I mean, I'm getting up at 5 now as well, just to get this show on the road. But like, normally I wouldn't be doing that. Okay. Okay. So let's see. I guess I was thinking like I was thinking I do like a little intro of all the things I'm going to talk about. Since I don't have my Discord up yet. 'Cause usually, like in the future, I just would probably put that as like an agenda. But since we're not there yet, we'll just we'll just go over all the things that we'll talk about today, and then we'll just go into it. Let's see, how are we doing this morning? Oh, it looks like we have a new follower. 07665 whatever. Welcome. And welcome to the chat. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so since eventually I want to cut these videos and turn them into something fun that we can view later, I'm going to go ahead and do like, this is what we'll talk about today, and then we'll just start talking. Um, excuse me, my voice is like really off today. Okay, so the most interesting thing that I want to talk about today is probably Putin because like I mentioned this earlier yesterday, I'm super into the Ukraine war and there's super interesting news about Putin and um, the war today, so we'll talk about that. I don't want to give too much else away. Oh, hello Moses. Thank you for joining me from Snapchat. It looks like you might not be a regular Twitch user. It looks like you are just might be your first time on Twitch because it doesn't look like you have an account set up. So also welcome to Twitch. Moses or Moza. Okay. So we'll talk about legislation that California is passing related to crypto. We'll definitely talk about the Fed rates. So a lot happened yesterday at that. I said that. I said Mosa. Mosa. Masa. Probably Masa. We'll talk about Elon's and the NFTs. We'll talk about Panama and recent legislation that they passed related to crypto. We'll talk about Gucci. They've just started accepting crypto as well. We'll talk about a coin market cap conference taking place this month, and maybe we'll sign up for that together. And then we'll talk about France allowing Binance to operate in their country. And then we'll talk about South Korea and how um, they are not currently taxing crypto because they're waiting for more development to come. And so we'll talk about South Korea and their crypto policies. So I figured, like yesterday, we had a lot of people critique the gaming aspect of this. So I figured maybe we'd just cover news today. We'd see how it goes, and then if okay, if people, if people, if people give me more positive feedback than yesterday, although I felt like we had a great session yesterday, but if people give me more positive feedback than some of the things that I heard yesterday about the gaming, then maybe we'll just stick to news and we'll just do a coffee and news or tea and crypto news as you wake up in the morning and get to work. Okay, so without further ado, I will just go ahead and share my screen and we'll cover the first topic. Let's go ahead and oh my goodness. Okay. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Here we go. I kind of I should have set this up differently because I kind of wish I had put people's chat comments on the screen. Let me see if I can edit this because I feel like I can. Hmm. So give me a second. I'm just gonna make sure that we have the oh my god, wallpaper, screen, webcam. Maybe I don't know how to do this. Maybe I shouldn't be playing with this as alerts. Is it alerts? If I want, no, those are just like followers and stuff, I would imagine. Copy text. Oh, wait, add layer. Add layer. And let's add, I cannot, oh, chat box. Ta-da-da-da-da. So now if there is a person that, is that the chat box? Hold on. Let's try to, yeah. So now if there's a person that wants to chat, their chat is actually going to show up on here. Not that I have a lot of chat, but it will be kind of cool to see. So go ahead. Let's go ahead and test this feature. I guess I can just test it myself since I don't think there's that much participation going around as far as the chatters go. So let's just go ahead and test that feature and see how it looks. Hello. Testing. Why don't I see it? Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh, it works. Do you see that? Like above my head, there's like the chat. Does everybody see that? I think it's working. Hooray! So as you chat, we'll have the chat showing up and then we'll cover news at the same time. So my the greatest source of news on this planet is probably this page right here. Da-da-da-da-da. Crypto news and discussion. It's where I get most of my information. Obviously, there's other sources as well, but this is where I start my morning, and this is where we can start our mornings together as well. So, okay, so let's go over the most interesting part of today's session, which is, I guess let's do Governor of California, and because oh gosh, I probably should have put these in order. Um, hmm. Can't really see all of the tabs. Korea. Okay, well, I guess let's just start with Panama because this tab happens to be up. So, in actually, this news is a little outdated now that I'm looking at it. This took place April 29th, and Panama has approved Bitcoin and 8 other cryptos without limitation. So, also recently in the news, we saw that El Salvador and Central African Republic both approved Bitcoin as their official currency. So by making by making the by making the official currency Bitcoin, that means that pretty much people can't turn down payments in Bitcoin. So if you're a large major business or something like that and you are paid in Bitcoin, you can't reject that form of payment. So whenever any of these countries make Bitcoin and other cryptos an official currency, it's a big deal because it's like the law. You can't dispute it. Hello? Okay. So Panama also they haven't made it like as it states here, they haven't made it their official currency. However, it sounds like they are they're widely accepting it, and yeah, so it sounds like they're widely accepting it. So they're probably just one more law away from making it an official currency. It sounds here like um, they're hoping that Panama is going to become a innovation and technology hub in Latin America. Previously, and I did not know this, but previously, apparently, Panama was known for being a tax haven as well as like a center of innovation for technology in Latin America. So it would make sense that because of their history with tax legislation and with technology legislation that they would pass this. Now, like anything else, anytime, anytime one of these legislations is passed, should I zoom in? Can you guys read this? Probably not too great. Uh, there we go. That's a little better. So, anytime something like this is passed, a lot of countries obviously face controversy. So, here we can see that El Salvador was urged to reverse the decision because of financial risks in market. So, I mean, it is to their defense, it is ballsy to do something like this when if you are going to start accepting cryptocurrency, you really don't know if the cryptocurrency is going to drop, and then therefore, your GDP might also drop depending on how much crypto you've picked up. So it is risky. Like it's not like this is an easy bandwagon to hop on, but if you are a pioneer, it might pay off. So kudos to El Salvador. What was the other one? Central African Republic, and Panama um, for being risk takers and accepting crypto. So if you want, I guess I can also maybe stick information here. So if you guys are interested in, if you guys are interested, then you can pick up more information via the link I just posted. Okay, so there's really, so that thing I said yesterday about how I was going to, go between news article and gaming and news article and gaming. Well, that was a great idea until I decided to drop the gaming piece because now I don't know what I'm going to do as a quick change between article and article. But maybe you guys don't want to change. Let's see. Um, how are we doing with, how are we doing in the chat? It looks like we have quite a few people that are joining, but only 2 viewers. So, not sure, still not sure how that is a thing. Maybe, I've been thinking maybe like I pretty much allow anybody to come in and look at this chat. And maybe that's one of the reasons why I see more viewers in the chat room than I do on my actual channel. I might as well be it. But we'll take, we're just getting started, so we'll just take anybody that wants to come in and chat. Okay, I guess we'll just move on to the next news article. Oh my God. Sorry, there's like a little bit of a mess on my desk due to all the matches that I've just been burning. Okay. Let's see. Which one do I want to talk about next? Does the chat room want to offer up an interesting article that they've read this morning? Do we want to go ahead and just cover one of the heavier topics like um the Fed rate rising? Is that something that we might be interested in? What do we think? Um okay, not a lot of feedback from the chat this morning. It is early. I believe you guys are probably just waking up. So let's go ahead and cover another article. And let's cover, oh God, I don't know if I want to save the fun articles for the end when you guys are more awake or cover the fun articles now just because I'm excited about them. Okay, let's go ahead and let's cover Gucci because that's kind of like a fun, that's like in the middle. So Gucci has started accepting Bitcoin in some stores. Super cool. I love that. Iconic fashion brand Gucci is accepting cryptocurrencies in some of its stores later this month, and it's going to plan to roll out to more North American stores later this summer. Um, I don't know if this is an ad or not, I can't really tell. Okay, so I guess I didn't know about this, but earlier this year, Gucci entered the metaverse and it's purchased virtual land in the decentralized blockchain game Sandbox. Interesting. So there's a Gucci vault, and oh, this is great for this. I actually hadn't read the entireness of this article, but this is great. So apparently, this is a great article because it covers a lot of the topics that we are here to talk about. Apparently, Gucci is in the metaverse. Quick pause for people that don't know what the metaverse is. So, actually, there's a link. I can even click on it. Maybe we can talk about it. Oh, it just leads to the other article, which talks about how much. Okay, this is perfect. What is the metaverse? This is a great topic for this discussion. So, let's see. There's really no. There's really no really cool graphics of that would explain this. So, it's just all jargon. Okay. Well, the metaverse ultimately. So you everybody's must have heard that Facebook changed their name to Meta, and the reason why they did this is because they have this bigger picture of a metaverse, and the Facebook teamed up with Oculus, which is a virtual headset company. So it's a physical virtual headset that you put on your face. You must have seen funny videos of people playing the metaverse with like a. This picture actually is a good example of it. This person is. Can we zoom in? This person is playing in the metaverse, and they have their Oculus set, which is linked to their computer, and they are in another world, a virtual world. In this virtual world, there exists NFTs. So we talked about NFTs yesterday, non-fungible token, which means that is your picture that exists in the blockchain that cannot be copied by anybody else because only you have access to that picture. So in the metaverse, which is a virtual land, a virtual space, you can you access the metaverse using your headset, and developers can create things in the metaverse for you to go and explore. So it's kind of like, God, this is a really difficult topic to explain, but you, it's kind of like there's kind of like how Apple back in the day decided we're going to let people develop apps. Now people can develop Facebook has let people develop things inside of the metaverse. And so people or developers can develop like applications in the metaverse where other people can come in and view and explore. So it's accumulation of a bunch of developers creating applications that create a virtual land for people to go play games in and just pass time in pretty much. And so that's the metaverse in like the most horrible explanation possible. I wasn't really ready to do a metaverse speech, but Gucci, who purchased land inside the metaverse. So the metaverse is interesting because NFTs are related to gaming, which is also related to cryptocurrency, and they're kind of all also a little bit related to the metaverse. So you can actually, so this virtual land that everybody calls the metaverse, you can purchase things. So you can purchase like houses inside of this virtual space. And then you can go hang out inside the house that you've purchased. You can purchase, I'm sure you can purchase cars and dogs and like it's a different reality that they're creating, and you want to make it as close to as our reality as possible with enhancements, of course. So Gucci has bought land inside the metaverse. There's an NFT themed Gucci, which is really cool, and it sounds like Sandbox is the video game that is that they purchased from, and Gucci Vault is where they can get the NFTs. So super interesting news about Metaverse, Gucci, and how that all kind of relates. Okay. Ta-da-da-da-da. So, and now Gucci is allowing people to pay at their real life store with crypto. So if you wanted to purchase a Gucci wallet or any of that source, you can now, depending on the store, because it says not it's not applicable to all stores, but now you can actually go inside a Gucci store and buy a Gucci wallet with your crypto, which is awesome news. Okay, so not a lot of participation from the chat. Um, let's see. Can I get like, is anybody into luxury brands? Does anybody in the chat have crypto and is excited that they can start spending crypto at um, regular retail stores? Anybody? Let me link. Rats. Did I close out those links? Hmm. So if you're interested in reading more, I guess, and once I get my Discord up, this is something that we can definitely cover. But there is the link for the Gucci. Gucci's also in Discord. I really need to get my Discord up. So there is the link for the Gucci news. Okay. Ta-da-ta-ta-ta-ta. How are we doing? Doesn't seem like there's a lot of participation. We could continue talking about the news. I was also hoping to. Maybe I should see what my Discord thing looks like. So let's go into Discord and see if there's any update on my login. Maybe if anybody in the viewers or the chat knows how has a Discord, knows how Discord works, maybe we can help me get unlocked. Oh God, let me hold on. So the crypto squirrels at gmail.com and just go ahead and where are you? Let's see. I don't know if this is actually gonna work. Okay. Oh my God, it's still not working. Unfreaking believable. Yeah, so I did mention that I went into Discord support like 2 days ago. I think it's its own. So if you've ever gotten stuck, support discord.com. It's like its own website, and you kind of have to register. Am I registered? You kind of have to register for this separately in order to get support, which seems ridiculous if you ask me. But oh Jesus. Okay. No. Why won't you work? Hold on. I apologize for the technical difficulties. I am really concerned about my Discord account. So, and I figure that maybe if you guys are familiar with this, that we might be able to help each other. But let's see. Okay, it looks like, am I in? Yeah, I'm in. And has my concerns been answered? What the hell? It says I have no activity. Oh, no, it doesn't. So I'm not lying to you. As you can see, I'm still unlocked. Ah, this is so devastating. Please, please help me. Okay, well, by reactivating my account. Okay. Well, that's a project for another day, I guess, because I'm still apparently blocked out. And gosh, I really thought that they were gonna be a lot quicker at. I really thought that they would be like their website, their support website is set up so nicely that I really thought that they would be a lot quicker at answering my request, but apparently not. So we are not able to get into Discord. Okay, so while we just pivoted to my technical problems, maybe we can pivot back and talk about something else that's happened. So let's see. We've covered, thus far, we've covered Gucci, we've covered Panama, and a little bit of El Salvador with Central African Republic. Let's go ahead and talk about Binance and how it's currently allowed in France. So this morning, I I accessed my Binance account. I remember that my friend, the Siberian Tiger, told me that I have to look out for Binance. So now I'm logging in like every day and looking at it. This morning when I was there and I was looking at my wallet, I realized that I had a chunk of money, a chunk of money in Binance USD, BUSD, and I I felt so stupid because it probably has been there for a few weeks. I was on vacation recently, and so I wasn't actively checking my crypto because when I travel, I try not to. I don't like to access like important information, right? When I'm abroad or if I'm like in a hotel or something. So I didn't like log into my cryptos often, and I do have automatic, um, like I do have, what do you call those? Like scheduled sale buys and sells. And so probably something triggered a sell-in event. And for the last, like, I don't know, 3, 4 weeks probably, maybe even longer. I'm kind of gonna be 5 weeks. I don't know. I probably should have taken longer time to look at the trading history, but anyways, I had a chunk of money that was just sitting there in BUSD that I probably, had I seen it earlier, probably could have gone in a much lower buy-in price than I did today. Not that I bought today, I just, all I did was I set like a buy for a certain price. So I did that this morning. Felt like an idiot. Happens to me all the time. Actually, what I used to do that was more intelligent was, and this is like a tip. So, not that I'm a crypto expert, not that I'm a financial advisor, but crypto tip, Crypto Watch, this website actually has like, it has alerts on here that you can utilize. So, this little alert feature over here, and I have some alerts like, for example, If Coronado ever goes over $2 ever again, please let me know because I would like to sell a lot of it. But I have Algo as well. So I do have like I have Bitcoin. So I do have a little bit of these are just like fun alerts. Um, these are not like I'm not trading in any of these, so don't take this as financial advice. But I just wanted to show you the alerting that you can get from CryptoWatch. And when I do have like buys and trades that are like what do you call that? Like in the future. I'm blanking on the term. But when you do have like events like that, I I highly recommend using this. It's worked for me pretty well. You kind of like you can give it your own name. Like I think this morning I think I did manic. So manic, if manic alert, if manic, um, if I go into manic and gosh, what is manic at? Oh, it's right here. Manic is at 115. So if manic goes to 114, then um, probably just say hooray. I figured like 114 is an okay price to buy in it at just because everything is so stupid low right now. Like you really can't go wrong. And I'm just urgently trying to buy something that um will move from my like BUSD, right? I just need to move that into something. So I figured I'd just purchase this at that rate and I can get an SMS. I think I just usually do SMS and browser. And oh my God, how do I save this now? How do I save this? Where are you? Oh, there it is. Ta-da! Saved. So there it is. I just entered. There it is up in the top. So if Binance price for Manic goes below 114, just hit me with a hooray because it means I just purchased. Cool. And I do have Manic on here as well, so we can always keep up. This morning when I purchased, it happened to be one of the ones that didn't go up as much in with the news of the Fed interest rate rising. So we saw a lot of greens this morning. Maybe I should, from now on, maybe I should start off with information about the market. Duh. Okay. Yeah. So this morning when I woke up, it seemed like Manic hadn't risen as much as some of these other coins. Um, like we see some higher sixes. Algo was up 3. So we see some of these actually have it. So we're in the green today as far as the 24-hour period. And the reason for this is due to the news from the Fed rates rising. Okay, here we can also see the Gucci story that is being told down here as well. So if this is another great place for news, and sometimes I'll go into and look at posts, but um, some of these are sometimes negative. So, and you know, their opinions. So the news is probably a better thing to look at. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. If you are new to the chat, welcome. We have 3 viewers, and it is 6:44 a.m. or earlier, depending on what part of the country you're in. Maybe you're visiting from abroad. So welcome if it's afternoon or whatever. Okay. Um, Anyone have anything interesting to share in the chat? So I've seen Six Flags Mountain a few days now, and you've been quite quiet. Are you a bot? Are you a moderator? I guess maybe time will tell, but okay. I guess we'll just continue on to crypto news. Ugh, man, such a bummer with the Discord thing. And obviously, like, I'm sure maybe I should file another ticket. Ugh, I don't know what to do. Suggestions on how to get my account unblocked and how to get Discord to give me technical support. Okay. Um, let's see. Let's see. Okay, let's do. So I remember, just remembered that I have a list of other talking points that don't include the news. So let me just pull that list up because God, I just like talking about the news all the time gets kind of boring as well. So let's go to let's do our words of the day. So we'll do our French word of the day and our Spanish word of the day. Let's see if I can pull that up and hopefully we'll get something funny as the word of the day. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh my God, this is excellent. So yesterday we signed up for transparent language. I just Googled it. It was like a 2-second Google search. I love it when that happens. And I'm looking at my inbox right now and I have the French word of the day and the Spanish word of the day, which is um, so cool. Hold on. Oh my gosh, this is just activate my email. No. How do I get to the French word of the day? All right, well, they'll probably send it to me tomorrow because I didn't activate my email like an idiot. Here to activate your service. All right, well, we'll still utilize them because I have faith that they're going to come through and one day actually offer me transparent language. And they're actually going to email me the word of the day. Okay, I kind of like this part of the. I kind of like this part of the segment. I thought this was cute. Transparent word of the day. Word of the day. Here we go. I guess let's go back to. Is this where I want to be? Oh, whatever. I guess this works. Okay. And I'll also send this link into the chat so that we all have it. All three of us and the other really quiet people. Okay. Word of the day. Select a language. Let's start with Spanish. Here we go. So if you are just waking up, good morning. The word of the day. And hold on, let me clear my throat for this one because my throat is awful right now. Okay, word of the day. Word of the day in Spanish is repartir, and that means to give out. Repartir. Um, I guess that makes sense. I would say that that word means more of to share like to reshare, to re it's it's not really to give out, it's to like I guess it's to give out. Yeah. It's hard cuz like not everything always translates word for word, but I would say that we use that word more to say um like when you have like a birthday cake, it says for now. It said for like a second, so apparently people didn't like, oh, it says for now. Apparently people didn't like the Spanish word of the day. So repartir, like I said, we often use this word to mean like to share. So like you have a cake and you want to share it between 6 people, you repartir the cake to 6 people. If that and that kind of makes more sense. But let's look at the example. It says los vecinos reparten dulces a los niños. So the neighbors give out candy to the children. Like I said, you can also say the neighbors share their candy with the children. Um, it's yeah, it's like to give out, but you're sharing because you're also probably will also consume. So repartir. Okay. Any anybody here? Anybody here with us today learning Spanish? No? Okay. Well, if you're not learning Spanish, I doubt that you are learning French. But just because we can, we'll also do the French word of the day. God, and these French words are not. I don't know if my French skills are like there enough for the French word of the day today. To build up. Okay, once again, we're gonna have to listen to the actual computer and have them
Échafauder.
help us. No, why can't I hear it? Oh my god, my sound is off. That's why.
Échafauder.
Hmm.
Échafauder.
Échafauder. Okay. Um. Interesting. Let's hear to build up. Échafauder. This is like me learning French as well. So I didn't know this word to be honest. So we're learning this one together. Um. And these sentences are so long. To build up. So after losing the last battle, the soldiers had to build up a new plan of attack. Let's
Après
hear it.
avoir perdu la dernière bataille, les soldats ont dû échafauder un nouveau plan d'attaque.
Hmm. Après avoir perdu la dernière bataille, les soldats ont dû échauffer. Ah, there it is.
Échafauder.
Échafauder un nouveau plan d'attaque. Okay, we'll do it again. Après d'avoir perdu la dernière bataille, les soldats ont dû échauffer un nouveau plan d'attaque. Okay. Okay, well, hopefully, God, that's such a hard one. I wish they gave us like, I wish they gave us like a beginner, a beginner like French word of the day for beginners. But it's all right. Like I said, I'm learning French. I learn French every day. It's like a hobby. So we just learned that one together. So thank you for joining me on that French word of the day. Okay, let's talk about something. Wow, it looks like we have some early risers that have joined the chat room. So, welcome. We are here to talk about crypto news and discussion. We just did the Spanish word of the day and the French word of the day. Um, Gosh, I forgot what the Spanish one was. Oh, repartir and échafauder was the two words that we just learned. Now, I guess we can move on to more crypto news and discussion. As always, I get my crypto news and discussion from Reddit, and so this is my main source. This is me. If you want to follow me on Reddit, can you follow people on Reddit? I don't even know if you can, but if you see me lurking around Reddit, that's what I look like. Okay, so let's talk about. I think it's time. I think given a lot of um, we've given a lot we've given enough. We're 1 hour in. We've given people enough time to trickle in, and maybe we talk about the Fed rates rising. God. Okay. Let's see. So, actually, on this channel itself, like, there's been a ton of talk about Fed rates rising and how that relates to crypto and what people are expecting that is going to happen to crypto due to that, right? So, oh, okay. Let's see. I guess we can just talk about this. So, let's see. It's kind of hard to talk to me. It's kind of hard to talk to me. It's kind of hard to talk to a blank picture of me talking. So, if anybody wants to comment, I guess if anybody wants to comment, I guess the latest news is, and maybe I'll participate into the chat and maybe that will help. I don't know. I don't know what's going to get you guys to participate more, but it seems like we are it seems like we are going up by 0.5% increase of federal loan rates, right? And this has been an ongoing topic of discussion because everyone's super sensitive about whether we are going to see um, what is the expected outcome of that, right? As far as crypto goes. So I actually found a really, really good. I am suffering through this like cold that doesn't seem to be going away. Okay. Um, okay. Ta-da-da-da-da-da. So this person, I got to give them a shout out because they are doing an excellent job. This person, how do I find their username? I feel like it should be up here. Posted by fan of Hakiki Sexy Days. Is that what their username is? It looks like that's what their username is. Okay. So thank you, fan of, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce that, for writing this article on the Fed rates rising and what that's going to do to crypto. So I love also how you've pointed it out because I didn't really feel like going, I didn't really feel like listening to the Fed talk for 30 minutes. And you've summarized it well, and you've also talked about key points and how that's going to impact the crypto market. So thank you for doing that. Here we can see that. So, it says we're expected to rise by 0.5%. And so far, stocks have gone up, and crypto has gone up as we saw earlier this morning. So it seems like It seems like a lot of people, so the fact that everybody knew that they were gonna make an announcement, everybody knew that they were thinking about raising rates, but I think that, the fact that they decided to raise rates by a half of a percent isn't like that isn't that big of a shock, isn't that big of news, I guess. It's kind of like expected. So a user in Reddit said something along the lines of, it's like they're kicking around a rock. So it seems like the target is going to be between 2 to 2.5% in the future. And like we'll never see 2% again because that was like a COVID. So yeah, so we're gonna see an 2% possible increase. Um, Key points: unemployment is one of the lowest in 50 years. Unemployment at one of the lowest in 50 years. Interesting. So it seems like he's saying like maybe we've only raised it by that much because unemployment seems to be going down. So it seems like wages are moving up. So it seems like there's already stuff that is happening in the economy that is auto-correcting itself, and so that's their justification for a point oh 0.05 increase, right? Interesting. And it also talks about how, so what does this mean for crypto, right? So they justified why they were moving up. Obviously, inflation is super high, so they felt like they had to do something, and they also justified why they took such a small step. Also, I think why one of the reasons why they took such a small step is because everybody is super panicky right now, right? A lot of people are just terrified of a recession, and so it's like not only are you dealing with a broken market, but you're also dealing with like panic, right? Like full-fledged panic. So, that's probably why another decision of why they took such a small step. It seems like so they're talking about how the US has the largest market of Bitcoin. So that would mean that if something changes about the Bitcoin price, it might also affect the if something changes about the US dollar price, that would also affect the Bitcoin price because those two are more tightly integrated than, Bitcoin and another currency in the world, which makes sense. So what this is saying, if they're trying to fix inflation and they're trying to help boost the dollar, that should also help improve Bitcoin. Now, another thing that I wanted to talk about while we're on this topic is the euro to dollar. Um, what is this? Euro dollar. Uh, Not translation, because that's not it. Euro to dollar conversion. Conversion. Oh, blanked out there for a second. Okay. Euro to dollar. And let's just look at €1 is 1.6 US dollars. Can I get a bigger image of this graph? Because I would really like, oh no, I want this one in particular. How can I look at this graph? Anybody have a good graph on how to look at this? Hmm. Well, okay, this is a great graph. So I actually love, they used to be called TransferWise, now they're called Wise. If you're like me and you do a lot of international traveling and you're trying to save on and this is like an ad, but it's not an ad. This is just because I'm not getting paid by anybody, to sponsor anything. So this is just me, like a friendly recommendation. They have really good rates for transfer in dollars to euros. So next time you're going abroad, I highly recommend using them because they're going to charge you much less than if you were using like your credit card. Well, some credit cards don't have foreign fees, so that's also a good way to go. but definitely don't be using your debit card because they're gonna murder you. And if you're gonna be taking money out, then you have to go through the hassle of like taking money out, and then you're walking around with like 5,000 like pounds of yar, and it can be dangerous, right? You don't want to be carrying too much cash around. So getting a TransferWise account is like a good idea if you do a lot of traveling like I do. But anyways, now I wanted to just bring up like in the last 6 months, I believe I saw a statistic that in the last 20 years, the dollar and the euro have never been so close, which is a really interesting topic of discussion. So let's look at 12 months, a year. So even like this graph of 5 years, um, and I wish they had a graph of 20 years because that would further validate the claim that I just made. But in the last 5 years alone, you can see like the dollar and the euro have never been more equal. So this would be like if it was a 1 euro for $1, it would be here. The line would be here, and you can see that the entire since May of 2017, the euro has been worth more than the dollar, right? So the entire time, it takes more dollars to purchase a single euro. So at the high point, it was approximately you needed $1.25 to purchase 1 euro. At the lowest point, you needed $1.06 to purchase a euro, 6 cents, maybe seven if you round up. And right now we're back to a dollar. Oh my God, $1.05. Yeah. So this is the closest that the two have been together. And unfortunately, one of the speculations for this is the war is having a really huge impact on the European Union, and therefore it's lowering the value of the euro, which is therefore, so it's not like the dollar is going up. By any means, the dollar isn't going up. It just means that the euro has been unfortunately affected by that, and yeah. So back to where were we? Sorry I took a this is squirrel chat, so sorry we took a deviation and talked about the euro and the dollar conversion, but it's interesting to look at some of those numbers once in a while and to have an idea of what's going on. Okay, so where were we? Yeah, so we were talking about how the US dollar isn't being as affected as the euro is due to the Ukraine war. Also, the US economy seems to be doing a little bit better than some of the other economies like China, who had um, really strict quarantine rules due to COVID, and that has affected some of their economy. So the fact that the US dollar is doing better also unfortunately means, or fortunately, I don't know your take on it, but it also means that Bitcoin is doing better. And the fact that they've increased interest rates to help boost, or to help, not boost, but to help diminish the, the rate, the inflation currently, that has currently increased on the dollar. So it's like we're trying to decrease inflation of the US dollar. And by doing that, Bitcoin is responding positively. So I hope you were able to correlate that whole thought process. And if you didn't, you can talk to me in the chat and I can explain that for you one more time, because I didn't really practice that. A lot of this is winged, if you can't tell. So because of that, yeah. So we talked about unemployment. Investment is going up. So a lot of these things. Oh, there it is, kicking the can around the road. So it's honestly, from what I got from reading this article and reading a bunch of other things, is that we're still at a 50-50%. Like, we don't know if we're going to go into a recession. It's probably like we'll flip a coin and we'll either go into recession or we will like keep our head above water is the best way I can possibly put that. And um, so not super interesting news, but news nevertheless. And crypto is responsive positively, which is always a good sign for us. Okay, now that we've covered the what did we just cover? The now that we've covered 5% increase on Fed rates, what do we want to cover next? We'll just cancel that little tab. How are we doing? I keep seeing people coming in and out of the chat. I guess people are curious. Maybe there isn't like maybe there isn't enough. Wow, I do see a lot of people in the chat room. So maybe there isn't enough information about like what we're here to talk about, and maybe that's affecting like viewers. Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, I'm new to streaming. This is day 3. And so if you have any recommendations of what you want to see, or please, or not even what you want to see, but like what I'm doing wrong, like please feel free to critique and I will definitely take recommendations for sure. I know that, I know that um, Siberian Tiger mentioned that he really didn't like the cats. So where are the cats? Over there. He didn't really like the cats on the side. Still working on creating like I don't want to I want to create my own little like memes or whatever to stick on the side. So if you have if so yeah, so the point of that rant was like if you have suggestions about what I should stick on the side of this stream to make it more entertaining, or if you have suggestions about the layout or any kind of suggestions, like if you're watching other people and you know that I could be doing a better job, like feel free to tell me. I'm more than happy to listen. Okay. So, sorry, I'm just grabbing a quick water break because talking to myself is exhausting. Um, I'm interesting. I'm also interested in like I'm interested in knowing like where are you guys coming from because that might also help me create better content. So like I'm from the US, obviously this is in English. Like a lot of things that I make are like I try to cover other I try to cover like crypto news, but I know I focus like I just did that whole thing on US Fed rates. And so I know that maybe I'm focusing too much on the US and maybe not enough on other parts of the world. So if you are coming in from another part of the world, like I'll just put in the chat like where I'm coming in from. If you are coming in from another part of the world that isn't the US, or if it is the US, feel free to state that in the chat and then that can give me um, better talking points for you guys. My God, I'm sorry. It's early for me as well. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the next part of the news. Let me see. Do I have any other talking points that I want to go over? We did the word of the day. I don't really have a song of the day today because I I don't have a song of the day today because I woke up kind of late and didn't have time to like do the usual routine where I listen to music. Um, so yeah, that's kind of all the talking points I had. I guess, and I'm not really sure if you guys appreciate the song of the day that I shared with you yesterday. So, I mean, oh gosh. Okay. How do I only have one viewer, but I have like over 10 people in my chat channel. Somebody explain that to me. It's just like, I don't, oh God, like, I don't know how many people I'm talking to. You know what I mean? And I could just be, there's no way I'm talking to myself because there's way too many people in the chat for me to just be talking to myself. So we'll just keep it going. We'll just keep the conversation flowing. The conversation between me and myself. Yeah. So next up, we can discuss how France became the first European nation to grant crypto giant Binance regulatory approval. Awesome. I don't know why Binance seems to have like a really hard um, seems to have a really hard time getting approved in different countries. I know for like the US, they have like so they actually have they actually have a different Binance account. So they have like Binance.us for the US, and then for everywhere else in the world, it's just Binance.com. So they had to create like a specific Binance um, website app just for Binance, and then they also are very limited in what they can offer. So so yeah, so like if you've ever logged into Binance like abroad, they have so many more coins, like stupid amount of coins. And the reason I know that is because I actually have a friend who's in Canada that also likes to do who also like to do crypto investing, and like they'll tell me about an altcoin and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, check it out. It's on Binance." And like, dude, Canada is like 300 miles away from like where I live. And yeah, they have so many more coins that they can access and so many cool, more like better features in their Binance website than the US does, which is so lame. But yeah, so for some reason, Binance seems to get like a lot of discrimination. And it's, yeah. So that's just my view on Binance. I do use Binance. But I wish that Binance would treat treat the US as they treat the rest of the world. um, yeah, okay. So this news article states that where are we? It states that France has become the first European nation to grant crypto to Binance. So what are is Binance not allowed in other parts of Europe? Interesting. Let's see. So Binance holds a trading volume of more than $14 billion and nearly 50 billion in derivatives in a single day, according to CoinGecko. The move, so France is the first European nation to give Binance the green light. France overall is um, interesting country. They are they're very liberal. Obviously, they're socialist, and so they pride themselves on liberty and freedom. And so the fact that they're one of the first countries that allows Binance to enter doesn't really shock me. They're also recently, I would say that they're really been stepping up their technical game, and so like it also doesn't surprise me that they're open to letting Binance into their country. I know, like, I know many great French developers. I actually work with a lot of great French developers as part of my daytime job. And I actually did a study abroad in France at one of their technical institutes when I was in college. And so I know that France's developers are brilliant, and we should see a lot of great things coming from France as far as like their technical contributions to the world. So this is great news because this is opening up Binance to the public, and hopefully also when legislation like this comes around, maybe there will be like a little bit of a boom as far as like new companies that are going to emerge out of France. And so being the first not only gives them like a huge advantage, but also, yeah, it just gives them, I guess that's it. It just gives them a really big advantage in becoming a pioneer in the crypto space as far as development goes. So, two takeaways from this article. Oh, and that's it. It's kind of a short article. Yeah, so it says Binance, Zhao, what's his name? Oh God, Changpeng Zhao, the CEO of Binance. He's described France as very progressive in adopting crypto. So congratulations to you, France, for joining the crypto move. Okay, let's see. Now that we've discussed that, let me look at my list of stuff that we want to cover. Okay, let's cover something fun because it is 7 in the morning and maybe more of you guys are awake. All one viewer and the 10 randoms in the group chat. Nobody, not a lot of participation from the group chat. Anybody want to say hi? Anybody want to share something interesting they've heard in the crypto space? We can also talk about other news as well. Like we can always we can always bring up other news and then talk about how it relates to crypto. So like in the morning, I don't know if you guys were here for this, but I talked about Putin and how, oh wait, I haven't talked about that yet. Oh my gosh, I almost you probably already know because it's all over the news. But I almost jumped to like the most interesting news article of today. Honestly, we can just cover it. It's fine. Um there's really not too many more there's only like 2 3 more articles I was going to cover anyway. So let's go ahead and cover the Putin news story. Okay. Where are you? I really got to get these like ducks in a row. Okay. Putin cancer. Okay. So I there's no proof of this besides like a few of my friends that I told, but I was actually one of the people that knew that something weird was going up with Putin like a week ago. And I was telling people, like if you're my friends or whatever, like I was telling people that there's something weird going on with Putin. And I mean, I also had read stuff on Reddit, obviously, and was gathering information. And now, a week later, all of this stuff is comes to light. So all of my claims that I made to the 3 people that I talked to in my life are true. Putin will undergo cancer operation in the near future. There was so what I'd gathered. So before we go into this article, I'll talk about like all the rumors that I had heard. So I had heard um, that like his throat was looking like fat, right? And that he was slurring a lot, and that there was a like the best thyroid cancer doctor had visited his estate. I think it was like 36 times in the last year or something like that. Like Putin flew this doctor out to visit him um, several times in the last year. And so that was like super sketchy, right? Because the doctors, like his thesis or whatever, his specialization was in thyroid cancer. So that was like things that were news that was like rolling around and creating rumors that Putin possibly has cancer. There was like images of Putin gripping chairs and doing just like weird things that like seem off. And now this article, let me stick this article in the chat too. So you guys can actually, because this is super interesting if you guys haven't heard about this. Oh, actually, this article is on April 30th, so we're like a few days late. Nevertheless, this article talks about like, it talks about that he's definitely going to go an operation for a cancer that he has. And while he's doing that, he's going to give an ex KGB chief reigns to his throne, missed the war in Ukraine. So his cancer, it says that possibly Parkinson's and uh, schizophrenic symptoms as well. So super interesting. And if you take like if you go through this, if you go through this, hold on, let me mute this so you guys don't have to listen to that. But if you go through this, like there it is. There's that hand. You know that hand that like people do when they're like they have Parkinson's and they're like they can't control their movements. That's what he was doing, and that's Parkinson's. Like that could also be like a something from just being elderly. A lot of elderly people do have those similar symptoms, but damn it, I can't get back to that video now. Well, whatever, you saw it. You can also the link is in the description. You can also see it. Oh, there it is. There it is. No, this is just other stuff that he's doing funny, like with the feet, and um, there it is, like the table gripping. You can see it here as well. Like he just doesn't look well. So he is going to take tell the telltale tremor of a doomed tyrant. Oh my God. Yeah, so it looks like he's not doing really well as far as health goes, and a lot of people are wondering like, what is this gonna do to, the war in Ukraine? They've recently decided to strike up Ukraine with like a crap ton of missiles, which is like so devastating. But yeah, so they're like on a assault mission of missiles or something like that, and so Um, I'm all for like Ukraine, obviously, as it appears to be that Putin is just crazy and is creating genocide in a peaceful and democratic country of Ukraine. So, not that I wish, not that I wish, the worst on anybody, but this could be an opportunity for some changes to occur. Um, I read a little bit about the the other guy who's gonna be taking over because 'cause I'm interested, like, to hear more about, like, who he is and what his intentions are, but it seems like he is a neo-Nazi supporter or some crap, and I don't actually think that he's gonna change anything, um, himself. So, it's gonna take, like if something does happen, it's gonna take some kind of hero, some kind of spy, some kind of, like, angel from above, that is gonna come in and take this as an opportunity to maybe change the course of that war. So, hoping for the best and always, praying for the people in Ukraine, obviously. Okay, so that is it for the most interesting news article of today. I'll lay that one to rest because it's hard to talk about and yeah, it's hard to talk about. Let's talk about how that might actually let's focus back into the crypto aspect of this channel and let's try to like I guess let's ask the question in the chat and the question in the chat to the oh my god, like 10 or plus people that are listening is how do we think and I should have kept it because how do we think that the news about Putin might affect not the war. How do we think that is that affecting crypto? Because we have to always bring it back to crypto. So let's just give us like a second. There's a lot of people in the chat, and yet nobody wants to participate. And this is a super interesting topic. Like, everybody must have an opinion on this, no? How do we think? I'll write this one down. How do we think that Putin's illness might affect, oh my gosh, illness might affect crypto? Any takers? Anybody want to comment? These are definitely not bots in the chat because there's like 3 days ago when I started it was there was only 6 people in the chat, and now there's a like a good three, 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 12, 13. There's a good 14 people in the chat now. So there's no way these are bots. These are definitely real people. And so you guys must really just enjoy me talking to myself, or nobody wants to communicate with me. But how do we, oh my gosh, my headset is so annoying. Like, how do we think that Putin's illness might affect crypto? I'll go first. Don't all participate at once. Don't all rush to the chat at once. I'll go first. I know, it shows one viewer. But like, I don't want to call out anybody in the chat. I don't want to call out anybody in the chat, but there's literally like three, that's 9. 3. There's 13 people now in the chat. Like, so I don't know. Like I said, I think that Siberian Tiger, I think that what's happening is that like the viewer count might only be people that have like actual Twitch accounts. And then people that don't have Twitch accounts, like people that are just like friends of mine on Facebook, which I actually, so I woke up late and I didn't actually ask any of my friends to join. So I don't actually, and looking at my username, all these usernames, like none of these are, I don't think are people that I actually know. So these must be, but how can you have a username? Very interesting. So is it just me talking to the Siberian tiger? I don't know. Does nobody want to talk about Putin? Is Putin not sexy? No? Okay. Well, okay. Well, I guess what happens if, I haven't done this, but because I've been worried about like, how like when you have like two microphones, like if you ever done OBS and you have two microphones at the same time, there's like that really annoying echo that goes on. So I haven't done this because I've been emailed Twitch and asked them about that. Really? I guess I should, because I really need to know, like, what the hell is 3 viewers versus the chat, right? Like, why does that happen? But what happens if I, like, go to my channel? Will I have another? There's no way I'll have another viewer, because I'm logged in as myself. right? Yeah. If I message, hi, yeah, I'm just myself. Oh my God, I gotta get out of here. Because that's that echo that I didn't want, that I suspected. What does this for thing over here say? For, oh, those are the viewers. Hmm. Sorry about that. I'm still trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing on here. Okay, well, we'll just pretend like we'll just go on, I guess. So, I actually haven't thought about how Putin's illness might affect crypto. Um, I know that like Ukraine and I know that Ukraine like has been really positive towards crypto due to the war. They've been taking donations, they've been selling NFTs, and so um, unfortunately, they are in a place of need, and so that has kind of revolutionized and pushed crypto further into their country, which is really interesting and cool. So that's one good effect of the war, if there can be any good effects from the war. But also, like, I know that a lot of people are concerned about Russian accounts, which hold like Russian users that hold crypto. And I think we talked a little bit about this yesterday and how we're like, there's that big question that goes on forever. Is it in, it talks about like, should we should we control the Russian oligarch accounts that contain crypto? And should we not allow them to move assets out of Russia or trade or, escape from the war using crypto? Because a lot of the sanctions are meant to punish, those oligarchs. So by, and unfortunately also punishing the poor people, but like if we are creating if we are controlling crypto accounts of Russian oligarchs and things like that, is that really something that that really contradicts the fundamental idea of crypto, which is that it should be a decentralized, that there shouldn't be one entity that takes control. And so that's the, I guess, the overall battle that we were discussing yesterday and today, knowing that this news came into light that Putin is actually not doing so well as far as his health goes. How will that affect crypto? I guess, like, I suspect that um, ending the war might help crypto because, like I mentioned earlier, a lot of the people that are crypto believers and crypto bros, a lot of the crypto bros don't really like anybody being able to control crypto, right? That's like one of the fundamentals values of crypto. And so if Putin is sick and if he's struggling to fight this war, then that might ease some of the that might ease some of the um, that might lessen that might stop some of these other countries from taking crypto accounts and under their jurisdiction or doing whatever they want with these crypto accounts. So I'm going to go ahead and say that Putin being ill is a positive for crypto because it allows crypto to work in its natural form, which means no government interaction. So that's my thought on Putin, the war, his illness, and crypto. Um, if you guys agree or disagree, feel free to let me know. If you have any interesting points that you want to make, feel free to also let me know because I am more than happy to listen to other perspectives. But I think overall it's good for crypto. As I mentioned, nobody wants, even if you're the bad guy, like even if you are using crypto for laundering or illegal activities, we still don't want governments to intervene in crypto transactions. And the one point that I'm going to say in that whole topic is that, like, crypto isn't always being used to, like, it's not crypto that is enabling these, it's not crypto that is enabling, um, it's not crypto that is enabling illegal activities to take place. Illegal activities are already taking place, and they're going to take place with cash or crypto. So it's not like crypto is like a door or something that is going to help illegal activities take place further, if that makes sense. So don't want to get too political, and I'm not a financial advisor, so I don't want to talk. I don't want to say too much more on that topic, but overall, I think this is a good sign for crypto. So, and who nobody can possibly actually support this war. So, overall, a good sign for the world, economies, everything. Yeah. So that is the most entertaining news story of today. Let's see. We talked about. Oh, we haven't talked about California yet. So let's go ahead and talk about California. Oops, that's not what I meant to type. I meant to type California. Newsom. Oh, God. Newsom. Governor. And crypto. So if you haven't heard. Oh, let's not go into. Okay. CNBC, a better news source. We'll stick this little guy in the chat as well for the three viewers, or 12 people in the chat. And so, how are we doing on time? Oh my gosh, we have plenty of time. Okay. So, California governor has issued an executive order on crypto as the state embraces blockchain technology. Okay, like this is a repetitive theme that I've said throughout our time together today, but anybody that is like super into tech, or finance, or freedom, those are topics that tend to also correlate with crypto, blockchain technology, etc. And so California and the governor of California, not my favorite person. I actually used to live in California. So I have my own particular opinion on Newsom, but we don't want to hear about that. Yeah, so um, what I do like about him is that he just passed this executive order to allow crypto, to embrace crypto technologies. So, California, obviously, Silicon Valley, huge tech capital of possibly the world. Not so much because a lot of people are moving to Austin, but former capital, former Silicon Valley. And they are, I think it mentioned something like they want to incorporate blockchain into government agencies as well as help support blockchain technologies thrive um, in in the state of California, which is super cool. So kudos to Newsom for having a good idea and pushing blockchain, supporting blockchain technology in the state of California. Anybody from California in the chat room that is hyped about this? Okay, probably not because it's what, 5 a.m. California time. So probably not a lot of Californians on the chat. Okay, let's just keep pushing through these. Okay, and I was just gonna say, like, this California thing goes along with some of the other news that we covered earlier today. So we'll just do a quick maybe every hour I should do hmm like a recap of everything that I've already covered. So recap, we've already covered Panama, and um, they are they are allowing the use of Bitcoin limitlessly, is I think that's what the term they used, and they are joining El Salvador and Central Africa Republic, who have already announced um, Bitcoin as a official currency for their country. So we've had those two countries um, with great. Those three countries give us great. Those three countries are really good pioneers for countries that are accepting cryptocurrency as their standard currency. France is another great news story, which we talked about right before this, and France is now allowing Binance to enter into their customer base and give French citizens access to Binance. So that's another one. We talked about crypto being used as a payment for Gucci stores. So Gucci has at the end of this month, I believe they said they were going to allow people to start purchasing Gucci luxury items in their store, so at their physical store using cryptocurrency, and they also are huge crypto investors in the metaverse. We talked about Putin's cancer and how that might affect crypto. And yep, so we only have two more news articles to cover. Let's talk about Elon's ape NFT drama. So honestly, personally, let's pull this up. Personally, I here it is. Personally, I myself was not the biggest Elon Musk fan. I like I think there are way better, way better electric vehicle companies other than Tesla, like Rivian and what is that other one that starts with an L? Oh gosh, now I have to look it up. Um, Nitrix was another one. Electro vehicle companies. Let's see. Oh, gosh. Okay. Lucid. Ah, that's another one. Lucid, great, great company. They focus on luxury vehicles, so great company to work for. Actually, a lot of people. So I was living in the Bay, so I actually know this for a fact. A lot of people were leaving Tesla to join Lucid because it just has better work conditions. It's just a better overall like running company. Running company. There are a lot of these other companies, other electric vehicle companies, are like trying to go public. So trying to and as they go public, they're not run by like one person. So they're it's like a democracy where they have all like they kind of run themselves. Their best engineers are making the calls and making educated decisions about where the company should go. So Lucid Motors and Rivian are two great companies that are much, and Rivian doesn't make this list for some reason, but much greater companies than Tesla in my perspective. Not the biggest Tesla supporter just because I really don't like market manipulation. I don't like Elon like inflating and deflating the price of a stock. It's just something that I don't agree with. So, um, not the biggest Elon fan. However, and then he jumped on Dogecoin, which was like super interesting because why are you picking on the shittiest coin and supporting it? That's something also that I kind of like I felt kind of like mixed feelings about because it's like okay Elon, you are supporting crypto, like thank you, but at the same time, why Dodge? Like couldn't you have picked a better coin to so mixed feelings on Elon and Dodge. And then recently, when was this? A day ago, Elon changed. Elon was he changed his picture to the Bored Apes images, and it boosted Ape by 20%. And then later he tweeted within like a matter of like a day, I believe, that quote, "I don't know, it seems pretty fungible to me." And then like apes dropped all the way down. So thank you, Elon, for once again like taking an NFT or taking a good idea and just playing your evil mind games with it. Like I don't appreciate it. I'm sure a lot of the eight people don't appreciate it. And yeah, just overall, celebrities muddling with cryptocurrency is not like unless you're like a huge crypto supportive and you passionately believe in it and you want to do good. Like all more power to you. But if you're like Elon and you are doing good and bad and just creating more instability than crypto already needs, like no, don't stay out of it, just you're doing you would do more for crypto if you just did nothing, Elon. So, there's my take on Elon Musk and crypto. Anybody else have any opinion on that? I'm sure Elon is so controversial. Like I almost didn't want to talk about him on here because like I'm sure there's like those Elon Musk fanboys that just completely hate me right now. But um, no, I mean I do respect the guy. I One thing I will say about Elon, after talking so much crap about him, I have to say something positive because I'm a I'm a positive person and I don't want to be negative. One thing I do love about Elon Musk is that he just purchased Twitter. Great freaking move by Elon. He gets a lot of hate for that. No, like love it. My man, please continue to um, be the ruler of Twitter and allow Twitter to be a haven for free speech. All for free speech. And I really do appreciate if he manages to keep what he's promised. I do believe that that is a great move for Twitter. And there was something funny he mentioned about like, oh, even if you guys hate Elon Musk and you guys are going to be talking, if you guys are going to be trolling Elon Musk online, I want that to be available and I want everybody to have access to that kind of information. So, like, kudos to him for also realizing that he's not perfect and like he wants and like even things that are negative or criticisms should be allowed to be talked about. That is what free speech is all about. So I do very much appreciate Elon Musk on Twitter. I do believe that the Twitter was becoming a little bit weird, like not weird, but like sneaky and not really trustworthy. So this leads me to another great segment of today's, because we do have a little bit of time and we have a little bit of viewers, three, and we haven't really talked about blockchain. And I know I don't have my Discord up yet, and I did want to briefly talk about blockchain, NFTs, and what that means, because this is a good topic. So So in the future, and I'm going to tie this all back to a new idea. So if you've heard this like a bajillion times yesterday, I apologize, but I'm working on the elevator pitch, so feel free to critique. And if and I am going to tie this to a greater idea that I did not think about yesterday that I thought of today. So, okay. So blockchain technology is it's a distributed network. It allows you to it's like a fancy Excel sheet where everything is recorded and everything is recorded on different computers. So if you want to verify like if this actually took place, you can check several different sources because all these sources have the same exact information. And so that's kind of how blockchain technology works. And how that is tied back to the Twitter and Elon Musk rant that I just had minute ago. So if you are Twitter, or in the future, let's not pick on Twitter. Let's say in the future there was a Twitter-like company where you can tweet and say whatever you want to say, and people would like it, and then your tweets would go up by popular demand, right? Blockchain technology can revolutionize applications like Twitter, like because with blockchain, you know, like if Elon Musk tweets something, and we're using a platform that is funded by blockchain technology, then this tweet has now been tweeted and has been recorded in like several different computers throughout the world, not just, Twitter's headquarters, right? And so, because this tweet has been recorded in several different computers throughout the world, if another person wants to know what Elon Musk said on May 5th, happy Cinco de Mayo, if another person wants to know what Elon Musk said on May 5th, then there's a pretty clear record or a pretty clear blockchain like trace of everything that the tweet that was said on that tweet, right? So that's kind of an example of how blockchain technology can revolutionize some of these companies. Because if you use blockchain to validate all the events that have taken place, of all the tweets that have occurred, then you know for a fact that this Twitter was said on that day, and it cannot be deleted. It can't be deleted. It can't be changed. It can't be altered with. Like it was said and it was stated, and there's like multiple records of this, right? This kind of technology is different than what we're using today, because today applications live in one center, one data center. Well, not one data center, but multiple data centers that are owned by that company. And that company has access to those servers. So if that company wants to access any of the servers and wants to delete something inside of those servers, they have they have the justification to do, not the justification, they have the right to do so, right? It's their own private server. They're displaying an app for you, and they can do whatever they want with any of the information that is on their servers. If you move that, like if we move into the future and we have blockchain, now a blockchain, when we have the different computers that are now all getting records of all the tweets, now there doesn't need to be, there doesn't need to be like, now you can't really delete information, or stuff can't go missing, or records can't just disappear, because it's not one government that is like, or one centralized entity that is responsible for all that information. It's a bunch of people, like a distributed network. So I hope that kind of makes sense of how blockchain technology works, and how blockchain technology is also going to help um, applications like Twitter, possibly, hopefully, now that Elon is on Musk, this is what I'm hoping will happen. But hopefully, like, blockchain technology will get more and more adapted, and like more people are going to have faith in what is actually put on the internet, because it's been justified by multiple sources, if that makes sense. So I know that was like a lot to wrap your head around, and me ranting about it, winging it without any kind of like structured plan is really hard. So on my to-do list, I'm gonna have like, next time I want to talk about things, maybe I should have like a more structured layout of how I want to explain things. But hopefully you are, as you're listening on this channel, you're getting more and more information about how blockchain technology works, and how it can be a positive thing for different use cases. So not only do we have crypto, we have NFTs, we have video gaming, and then we also have like Twitter that could possibly, or a Twitter-like application that could possibly benefit from blockchain technology in the future. Okay. And that leads me with oh God, we're only 2 hours in, and we are, we're only 2 hours in, and we only have one news article left here. So I don't know what we're going to do in the last hour. I was kind of expecting that we'd have more user participation, and that we'd have better discussion all around. but all, let me look at the list. All three, 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 all 14 of, oh, you capitalized the S in Siberian Tigers. All 14 of you guys are just laying dormant in the chat. So this is like, so welcome to the 5 now viewers that have entered this chat. This is supposed to be like a hello, wake up, good morning, um, like a fireside chat with me. We're talking about crypto, we're talking about news, we're talking about crypto news. And along the way, the point of this is to also talk about like blockchain technology and its applications, and hopefully explain these concepts over to you in the easy to understand format so that you can wrap your head around what blockchain is, what crypto is, what Bitcoin is. And yeah, my passion for Bitcoin and crypto is just why I do this. I just kind of want to spread. If I can teach more people things about crypto, I'm more than happy. Goal accomplished, even if it's for now 4 viewers on the chat. Okay, final news of the day related to crypto, um, and then I don't know what we'll do. Or should we take 1 second to let's take a minute. I know I said I wasn't gonna do the song of the day, but we're gonna do the song of the day. So, let's see. God, I've been doing a lot of talking. I feel like I've talked more today than I did yesterday, and that's just because there's not a lot of people in the chat. So, so I'm doing all the talking. Not that you guys talk, but like, I don't know. I feel like it's just me talking to myself, and there's less pauses, and I'm more tired because of it. Or also, it could be this is the 3rd day that I'm doing this, and I'm just tired. It's probably both. Okay. What was I doing on my phone? Oh yeah, song of the day. So I have started a little playlist for this channel. Like I said, I don't know how I'm gonna play stuff because I don't have copyrights to any of these songs, so it's really hard to figure this out. But I am going to. Where is my playlist? Here we go. Playlist for the Crypto Squirrels. There's currently how many songs on here? Where do I get? How do I know how many songs are on this playlist? I don't know how many songs. It says 1 hour, so 1 hour divided by 3, like 20 songs maybe. There's like 20 songs on this playlist. And they're all songs that I thought would be fun to share with other people that are not like your most. Oh, excuse me, my throat is killing me. Imagine I like clear my throat one day, like on the mic. That would be horrible. So, yeah, so there's like approximately 20 songs that people don't, that are like not as popular and that I thought would be fun to share with like my little community, my 4-person community. Okay, I found a song that is super interesting that I really like actually. How can I play this song now? I guess I'll just have to do it. Anybody know if I go onto YouTube and I play the video on YouTube and I stream the video, is it like, is that acceptable on Twitch? Because then I'm not actually playing the song, I'm playing the artist who created the video. And they have rights to the song because it's on YouTube, right? I don't actually know. Okay, let's see. YouTube. This is a great, oh my gosh, I love this song. But this song has like, and not only is it, hold on, where are you? God damn it, I just lost where it was. Not only is it a great song, but it also has like a great story to it, or It's not just a song, if that makes sense. So it's called Sham. So yesterday I played a hip hop song. Today I'm gonna do a electronic song. And hopefully there is an actual. I'm hoping there is an actual official video. Hopefully there's an actual. Hold on. Okay. Here we go. I think you guys can now listen to this, but not entirely sure. Okay. Can somebody tell me, is that too loud? Is that too loud? Anybody? Anybody? Is that too loud? Is it? All right, so I'll play the song first, and then I'll tell you the backstory behind the song, which I don't think I have to tell you because I'm sure everybody will get it because it's like a popular Netflix, but it's okay. Okay. Awesome. Thank you. All right. So I know a lot of people. Does anybody get it yet? Does anybody get the reference yet? Anybody? Thank you, Lucia Orr, for coming back. God, I can't spell reference. I'll just do. Does anybody get the reference yet? To the song. Not my favorite video, but it's the official video, and so hopefully, like, I can play this. Like, it's pretty much, if you don't, you do get the reference. If you don't get the reference from the very beginning, then, like, if you don't get the reference from the intro of the song, then you're not going to get it later because it's pretty much just the intro. So, does anybody know what that intro, like, has anybody heard that before anywhere else? And I kind of already hinted to where you might have heard it. No? Anybody? I'll play it again. This is a fun game. I wonder, like, maybe, like, if it were me, so Brillix is one of my favorite DJs. If it were me, I would have, like, part of the light show would show the reference to that song. So he's maybe I shouldn't talk and, like, play. So if it were me, like, the images of the screen behind me as a DJ would show the reference to that song. So if, but I don't think he's done it. So we're trying to figure out if we've heard this from somewhere else and where that reference is. But yeah, maybe look in the images. I'll point it out if I see something related. But maybe the images will show, like, where he got his inspiration from. There it is. I'll give you a hint. The woman that's singing, she's singing in another language. Maybe that's not that big of a difference. Yeah, and these graphics are doing nothing for anybody. Like, what language is this woman singing in? Can anybody pick that up? No? Go ahead and give this one a big like, because I doubt. Let's share this link also with you guys. I doubt any of you guys have. I doubt you guys know of that, right? Know of this video, or okay, maybe. Oh wow. So he's kind of like an international phenomenon, which I didn't know that. It seems like he's getting like a lot of love from all over the world. And I was hoping that maybe he would say where this song. Anyways, I'll just give it to you since nobody got it. She's singing in Korean, and this song is a remix from Squid Games. So all right, it's a little much for this early in the morning, I think. So there's the song of the day. Love it. It has like that some of the inspiration or whatever came from Squid Games, and the woman singing in Korean. I think you're singing in Korean. Could be Japanese, but that's kind of where some of the inspiration came from that song. And like I said, I was hoping that they would do kind of like Squid Game graphics in the background as he's DJing, but I guess not, because that would have been a dead giveaway. Okay. As anybody, I don't actually watch a lot of TV, and I don't actually watch a lot of series, but my family really enjoyed Squid Games, and I wanted to like talk to them about Squid Games. And like sometimes you just want to like have a series that you guys share to like have discussions on. And so Squid Games was that for like my family and I. So we all watched Squid Games, and we all talked about Squid Games. And so anybody's, I'm sure everybody's seen it, right? Should I even like ask that? Has anybody seen it? Has everybody seen Squid Games? Okay. And we are getting like extremely off topic. Well, if you haven't, must watch Netflix series Squid Games. Okay, highly recommend it. Had trouble. I was watching Squid Games like at night, and I actually had trouble sleeping because I would have like all these murder dreams from watching Squid Games. So if you're gonna watch it, maybe don't watch it at night like I did, because it's like super psychological. Like it's really interesting because it gets into your psychic, and then, but not so great if you are having a dream about all of that. Okay, so we have a few people here with us this morning. Welcome. 8 a.m. in the morning, nice and early for you guys. Let's do another. Let's do another like roundtable of all the topics that we've covered, and so we'll just do like a quick spit of. We'll just do like a quick round circle of all the topics that we covered today, and that way, if you're just joining, you can get a little bit of an update of all the things that we've covered thus far. Okay, so I can maybe, because I unfortunately I closed out at some of these tabs. So let's see. Oh yeah, so Governor of California, Newsom, he signs that executive order encouraging Bitcoin and crypto businesses. So California is on board with cryptocurrency. Oh, this is another one that I actually didn't write down, but um, Algorand, Algorand founder Silvio Micali, he is talking about how blockchain he's talking about how like only a few companies that are doing blockchain at really low costs are the ones that are going to emerge, which is super ironic because Ethereum, um, which is the second highest coin at this, or what it market value at this time, has really high fees. And yesterday, actually, we saw that Vitili, I guess, the CEO of um, Ethereum, he's been really stressing like how he's been working with his team to try to get transactional cost to get to become lower. And so this is a topic of discussion, I would say, in that a lot of people seem to be having today, transactional fees. And now that we have so many altcoins, I believe we have, gosh, this morning I read a statistic and I believe we're in the thousands. We're in the thousands of altcoins. I'm not, forget if it's like 1,000 or 3,000 or something like that. But we're in the thousands of coins, of altcoins, alternative coins. So that's like an altcoin is something that isn't Bitcoin, an alternative coin. So we're in the thousands of altcoins, which means that now that we have so many coins, not all of them can possibly be 100% useful, right? So now a lot of people are talking like now that we've developed like a good like foundation of a bunch of coins and with possible use cases, now a lot of people are talking like it's time to kind of like weave some of these out. And as Silvio, the founder from Algorand, is saying, it's going to be those coins that are running on low transactional costs that are going to eventually emerge. So interesting. Let me like that as well. So interesting news article there. Not we did not cover that today. So let's zoom out so we can look like a little bit faster. So we covered Bitcoin becoming popular, the official currency in Central African Republic. It's also the official currency in El Salvador, and most recently, Panama has announced that they will start accepting Bitcoin limitlessly, and possibly soon they might even make it the official currency. So kudos to Panama, El Salvador, and Central African Republic for joining as crypto pioneers. Also, another country making crypto news today was France, who just accepted um, to allow Binance into their country. So now French citizens will be able to access Binance and create Binance accounts, which is another big step for both Binance and as well as crypto. Okay, we also heard that Gucci is accepting crypto in some of their physical stores, and they have more plans to roll out crypto into their um, other stores, physical stores, later this summer. We talked about, oh, North Korea. No, we didn't talk about that. Oh, we have yet. We'll do that next. We talked about the Fed rates raising rates to 0.5% and how that might impact the crypto market. We see it as an overall um, not too significant, but overall positive for crypto. And we saw that in um, crypto today, as we're seeing a 24-hour green for at least the coins that are on my watch list. Okay, we talked about Elon Musk and the NFT um, drama that he's created. We talked about Putin's cancer treatment and how that might affect the war in Ukraine and possibly crypto. And that is all for like a 30-second rundown of all the things that we've talked about today. Whew, okay. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. I think I got all the things that we talked about. Okay. Um one oh and we did we did the word of the day is repar, repartir in Spanish, and the French word of the day is Jesus, what was it? Oh my God, no. I should write them down. I have to write them down because I'm not going to be able to memorize them if I don't write these down. It means to build up. Échafauder. Échafauder. I believe that's what it was. I'm probably pronouncing it not 100% correctly, but if you're French, you'll probably get a good laugh out of that. Okay. Um, we covered the favorite song of the day, which was Brillix. Did I? And I posted that in the chat. So we've also, that's on there. And finally, but not least, the last thing I want to cover with you guys today is South Korea. Did we cover this already? Oh no, I have two things. Mm, doo, 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 doo. Okay, let's cover this first. So, thank you to the Siberian Tiger yesterday who gave me um, the idea to hop on Coin. Let me also stick this link in the chat. No, not South Korea. No, it's a positive South Korean news. Um, so we'll talk about we'll save South Korea for last. Okay. So um, shout outs to the Siberian Tiger who told me to go on Coin Market Cap, and Coin Market Cap is this application. Where the hell are you? Where are you? Interesting. I guess we'll just have to look it up because I might have. Okay, so Coin Market Cap, another really good site for uh, graphs, pricing, things of that nature. Let's see how it compares to CryptoWatch. So if I just look at, just curious because, oh, another interesting about crypto that like not everybody who knows a lot about crypto might know, but the pricing changes from site to site. So like not by a lot, but it does. Oh no, where did you go? Okay. Um, so if we look comparatively at, for example, the price on Bitcoin, uh, according to Coin Market Cap, it's at 39,519 and 519 cents, let's just say. And then if we look at Bitcoin, it says it's 39,508. This is a Kraken. So yeah, so approximately $12 difference between these two sites. So it's kind of hard to really, gather the correct price of it. So it's not like the site is incorrectly or trying to mislead you. It's just um, that's that's just kind of the how the part of the game. That's just part of the game, guys. So Ethereum, just to do another comparison, according to Kraken, it's no, that's not Ethereum. That's my Ethereum Bitcoin. Where is? Do I not have Ether on here? Jesus. Okay, let's do one that I do. Let's do Cardano. So 88, it's at 86 cents, 86.03. And if we look at ADA here, it's at 68.28. Yeah. So just interesting, like interesting thing to like look at. Okay. While I was on Market Cap, I saw that Market Cap is having a. Well, while I was on Market Cap, I noticed that Market Cap is having a conference for Yeah, they're having their digital conference, and it's like at the end of this month. So one thing that I wanted to do is register for this event because I feel like this is something that would be really cool to go to. And then maybe we can talk about it. Ooh, who's presenting? Hmm, interesting. So the CEO of Binance is presenting, which is super cool. Let's see. Anybody else that's interesting? No. Okay. Still, worth going to just because the CEO of Binance will be there, right? Let's go ahead and start. Let's go ahead and do this application together. If did I already put the link in the chat? Yeah, I did. So if you have access to a computer, um, once again, I am not sponsored by anybody, and nobody pays me to do this. It's it's all the participation. It's all the participation from the chat why I'm here. um, Let me look at the chat list one more time. Wow, there's like more people in here. Three, 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 12, 12, and another three. There's 15 people in the chat. There's 15 of you little like creepers in the chat that are there, but yet do not say a word or a peep or participate. Peep. Okay. um, okay. What were we doing? So like I said, let's go ahead and register for this conference together because I want to go and I have to do this anyway. Uh, oh, Jesus Christ. I never know if I should overclick or underclick on those pictures. Let's go the crypto squirrels. Okay, my email is, I don't want to mess this up. Let's stick this email in here as well in case you guys want to send back some feedback or love or a hello or any any encouragement to keep this chat alive. Keep this struggling chat alive. Go ahead and send it. Country am I in? Let's do. Okay. Ah. Username. Well, duh. So let's just do that. How are we doing? No! Oh, rats. I meant to say yes. My social media links. Oh my god. This is more of a process than I thought it would be. Like, I feel like I'm applying for graduate school or something. Um, do you think they accept Twitch? Do you think they accept Twitch as like an incentive to send me to allow me into their freaking thing? I don't have my Twitch link. Okay. Oh, Jesus, I'm gonna have to do this again. You think it would already be saved, but it's not. All right. Get in my Twitch link. I apologize if there's gonna be awful noise. Maybe I can just hit the speaker thing, and that way you guys don't have to listen to. There we go. Okay. So more like I get that you can't provide um I get that you can't provide like room for everybody, but this application is kind of a lot. And let's go ahead and do the YouTube as well, which I have absolutely nothing on my YouTube channel, but I will possibly. I will. My plan is to actually create stuff on this. My plan is to actually no subscribers. I don't even know if I want to put that. That's kind of embarrassing. My goal is to actually like start posting channels, start posting streamed videos on the YouTube, and hopefully like that more subscribers, more I'll get people to subscribe to YouTube. If this is also might be too early in the morning for you guys. How many social followers do I have? Oh my god, probably like 10. um I've do I have to show that I've done it? Okay. Which oh my god. No. I gotta look this up. This is embarrassing. Does Bitcoin use what? What was the question? Consensus protocol. Does anybody know the answer to that? Anybody know the answer to that? Consensus protocol? Consensus uses what? Consensus protocol. Hmm. POV? No. Do they know I'm cheating? POS? Does anybody know the answer to this? No. Proof of stake. Hmm. Interesting. That's what that stands for. WOP? No. Jesus. Oh my god, what if it's not? What if I'm not? Is that distributed app? What is that? DAPP? Guys. Mm. Decentralized application, right? That's what it is. Am I right? Can anybody answer this? Anybody? Let me zoom in. Can anybody answer that for me? Is it distributed apps? I'm gonna put it in the chat because I really need like this. I really need to go to this thing and I don't want to get this wrong. I'm gonna go with distributed apps. Ah! My god. Thank god there's like a chance to. Consensus protocol. Is it a distributed app? It might not be. It probably isn't. Ah, okay. Anybody like out of the 15 people creeping around, out of the 15 people creeping around in the chat, can anybody tell me what the answer to that question is? Ah, lifeline. I need a lifeline. Damn it, I might have to do this in another time because I can't figure out the freaking question. What if I stick the entire question? Maybe there's like a answer quiz. Proof of work. Proof of work. Bitcoin was the first to introduce proof of work. Is that one of the answers? Proof of work. I'm going to go with this one. Yes? Proof of work? God, I really hope I get this right, but I guess it's just me. Sometimes it's what they say, it's just you. It's just you versus the world. It's just you on your own against the world. I like how there's a little asterisk over here. Like, what is a little asterisk from? Is there like, all right, well, we'll just go with proof of work. What is the hard cap of Bitcoin? 120, oh, God, 100 billion. Is it 100? No, 20 million. Gosh, I should know that. Does anybody know that? Hmm. Oh my God, my ear is killing me. What is the hard cap? Anybody? Oh my God, I have to watch this video to get to the hard cap. Like, really? That's probably not where I'm going to get the answer to that question. So, if you're just coming in, there's a question that I need answered to go to this conference, and it is this. I'm going to post it in the chat. Does anybody know the answer to that question? Also, there was this other question that I didn't know if that was correct. So, if that was the other question. But what is the hard cap of Bitcoin? That should be an easy one. Like, how is this not hard cap? 21 21 million. Okay. Why did he pick 21? 21. Why doesn't, oh my God, where is it? So I saw somewhere that it was 21. 21? 21 million? Anybody? 21 million going once? Okay. It looks like it's 21 million. Okay, we're gonna go with 21 million. 21 million. Of course. And we have entered into the, oh, hell no, not yet. Hold on. And we have entered into the raffle. So we'll see. So once again, what I just did, just then and there, was I signed up for the Capital 2022. It's the conference by CoinMarketCap, and it's going on later this month, May 26th to 27th. What days does that land on? It's gonna be, let's see, pull up my calendar. Pull up the calendar. Um, Hold on. Sorry, guys. Just texting a friend. Okay. That is gonna be on May. Damn it. What does it say? 26th to 27th. That's Thursday and Friday. Not too bad. I'm just worried about like work. But is that like a holiday? Isn't like we talked about this yesterday? Isn't like Memorial Day or something? I gotta look it up. Well, Memorial Day's on a Monday normally though. So like, but that is a holiday. Memorial Day 2022. It lands on '30th. I'm just was thinking maybe they aligned it so that it lands on the 30th. So I mean, it kind of aligns. Like the 26th and the 27th are the days of the conference. And then and that's Thursday, Friday. And then that following Monday, the 30th, is Memorial Day. So, thank you, Siberian Tiger. Yeah. So we have um, better question. Like I don't like yeah, so I guess if you are interested in going to the Capital conference, your registration, the registration link is in the chat. Um, okay. Um, okay. So we are, oh my gosh, we're doing great on time. So the last news of today is South Korea. And it's got to be on here somewhere. Panama. Here it is. South Korea. Did I? Oh my God. I'm getting like some weird deja vu. Did I do this news yesterday? Dude, no. It just feels like yesterday because it was 3 hours ago or 4 hours ago that I read this article. Okay. Um, so South Korea president-elect announces a zero tax on crypto until consumer protection is ensured. Awesome. Um, it's so we have a new South Korean president, Yoon Suk Yeol. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. And he declared that um, that they're gonna delay. What did they say? Zero tax. Wow. So they're not taxing crypto until they figure out some other um, tax. And so there's this policy that's going to come out called Digital Asset Basic Act. And until that is enforced and out, crypto is currently tax free in South Korea. Interesting. So, a little bit of news on South Korea and um, yeah, and crypto. Okay, we're at almost, we're almost, we are almost time to say goodbye. I am not gonna lie, for 3 days in a row is exhausting. Um, I guess let's talk a little bit about since it's the end of the week one. So this was the end of week one of me live. So since it's the end of week one, I want to get an idea. I want to get like um acabo en 20 minutos, haha. I just invited my friend and I was like, come watch for the last 20 minutes. Um, okay. So since it is the last, let's go into chat mode because I think we're done with the news. Since, oh my goodness. Since it is the last day of the last week of the first, since it is the last day of the first week that I've been streaming, let's look back at some of our best moments. Just kidding. I guess, let's take a minute to talk about the channel. We have 15 minutes left. I know that maybe not all of you guys were here for the beginnings. I think, not that it, it, it's been a work in progress. There were like not that many people here in the beginning. It seems like we have a good 15, 16 people in the chat. These cannot be fake usernames. Like, it looks like we have a few people in the chat. So that So let's talk about week 1 and just reflect on how we've done. Well, we started the streaming with talking about um, Gods Unchained. Actually, roll back. Before that, we were doing axes. So we were looking at AXS, the coin, and we were looking at axes as like and video game that we could possibly play together, and it was just too hard to set up. Plain and simple. Then we looked at Gods Unchained, and we actually realized that it's a lot harder to get started. It's easier to get started, but it's hard to learn all of the rules, and it was just overall like just a game to play. I'm almost out of water too. Then we started doing the news. I'm like out of water. It seemed like people were more and ah, it seemed like people were more intrigued when we were talking about the news. It seemed like people really liked the news. So, um, we talked about, let's talk about highlights. We talked about people leaving Dogecoin. We talked about FIFA signing Algorand as the world sponsor. We talked about Kraken having an NFT rollout. So those are probably the main news articles from the week. And some of the best news articles of today were possibly Binance is allowed in France, and the Fed rose interest rates by 0.5%. So, overall, I would say it's going, I don't know if it's going well. I don't know if it's going well. We have 4 viewers. We have more consistent viewers. Do we have more consistent viewers? I don't know. I would say on average, we've had 4 consistent viewers. Wow, the view list just jumped drastically. So welcome to the 3 new viewers that have just joined us. We are actually towards the end of today's episode, and we pretty much cover crypto news. So, news in the morning as it relates to crypto. Let's go back. I guess. I'm just gonna go ahead and check the user list. Yeah, the user list also grew with the addition of those people. Interesting. Rogue. Okay, cool. So yeah, so we're actually towards the end of this morning's coffee and crypto. I've been thinking about renaming it Coffee and Crypto. What do you think that would be a better name for the chat? Hold on. Let me see if I can get this. Coffee and crypto. Does coffee have 2 F's? Coffee and crypto. I feel like that might be a better name for the chat. No. Yeah? Okay. How about, wait, hold on. Coffee and crypto news. I think I'm going to go with coffee and crypto news because I think we're going to, you know, sorry to disappoint the big fan base, but I think we're going to drop the video game part altogether. Just because anytime I played, like, also, I'm not the best at video games. And anytime I played the video game, Like, people didn't really seem to like it. I didn't get good positive feedback. So I think we're just gonna drop the video game altogether. We're not gonna drop it altogether. I think I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna continue to talk about video games and talk about video games like in the news. So if there's an interesting like news article related to crypto video games, we're here to talk about it because that's I feel like that's super important. But it's early in the morning. I don't know how many of you guys are actually playing video games this early. I feel like this is more of like a wake up and chill session. Learn Spanish word and French word with me. Listen to a song that I like. See what's going on in the market. Look at crypto. Look at the pricing of crypto. Look at how we're doing as far as pricing goes. And yeah, I think I learned a lot of good lessons this week. So no, no regrets. I mean, not that, no, not, no, not regrets, but I think it went overall pretty good. I think the first week went pretty good. I think everybody has a hard start. I think everybody has a difficult start. I can't imagine this goes well for anybody on the first week. So, yeah, so the first week was good. A lot of learning, and I think that next week we'll take a lot of the learned lessons and incorporate those into next week's. I am on here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for 3 hours at a time, and I cover crypto news. If you have any suggestions for the chat, if you have any suggestions for the, oh my God, guys, wait, oh, okay. For a second, I thought that they gave me access to the thing that we just applied for, but they didn't. They pretty much just told me that they've received my registration form. So, hold on, let me see if I can show this with you guys. So once you register for that conference that you guys have all so kindly helped me register for, you'll get like an email like this with information about your registration, and it doesn't really tell me if I got the answers. Oh wait, am I not even, I'm not sharing. Hold on. So here we are. This is the email that I just got from the registration that we just did um, on for that conference for Coin Market Cap. So no, I spelled my name wrong. Ah, God, that happens to me all the time. There should be a U in here. Jesus. But this is spelled correctly, which is the most important because that's the username. I feel like they might let me edit the name. Okay, so anyways, where were we? Yeah, so lessons learned. Ta-da-ta-ta-ta-ta. So that's the conference. Let me just go ahead and drop that link right back into the chat, just because like I talked about it and then I showed you the picture of what that, where did that picture go? Oh, whatever. I showed you the picture of what the registration for that conference looks like. And so if you're like me and you are interested in crypto, um, and you do decide to register, there it is. There is the link for the registration. There is the email of what that. Why can't I make this bigger? Of what that would look like if you were to. Oh my God! Stop it. There we go. And there is that email of what that registration would look like if you were to register for that conference. Oops. Oh yeah, we also in this stream we also went over like watch lists. Ah, cancel you. We also went over how to create an alert on cryptowatch.ch. So if you are not utilizing that feature of this website, it's a neat feature. I use it all the time. and we went over, like, I set up a an alert for Matic, and I have other alerts on here as well. So, oh no, this is my watch list. Sorry. These are my these are my alerts. So, if you haven't used that, you can check out how to do that. Um, it's somewhere in the session. That's another thing that we went over. Okay, I think I think I'm gonna call it. What do you think? Anyone have any last words for anyone have any last words for me? Anyone have anything they want to get off their chest? Anybody have any recommendations for the chat? For the stream? It's more like a chat. Any recommendations? And I put an extra E in there. Oh god. No, nobody. Okay, well, if without I don't want to hold you guys up from your beautiful mornings. Thank you for coffee. Thank you for coffee and crypto news with the Crypto Squirrel. And yeah, I will see you all, maybe not all of you, but I will see you next week. Um, Shout outs to the entire chat list of people who are just silent killers. All right. Can I get like am I just saying goodbye to myself? Goodbye. I think I am. All right. Well, it's been good. It's been fun. It's been real. We will catch you guys all next week. Goodbye. 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 Oh my god. Did that not send? Goodbye. Have a nice day. Crypto squirrel. I hope to see you too, Lucio, or